Can Novo Nordisk recover from its biggest shakeup yet? Novo Nordisk's stock took a nosedive after the company slashed its full-year guidance and named a new CEO. The culprit? Weaker than expected U.S. sales for its blockbuster drugs and intensifying competition. Will the new CEO's sense of urgency and strategic overhaul be enough to reverse Novo's fortunes? Or is the market skepticism justified?
CEO is Mike Doustdar. He's currently the head of international operations at Novo, and he had a chance to address investors this morning. Here's what he had to say.
The fact that my announcement comes right after the guidance update, well, it just makes the mandate ahead even more clear. We need to increase the sense of urgency and execute differently. But we'll do that by building on the core strength that makes this company so unique.
So the question here, though, is why would they promote someone from within, especially someone who comes from the international business, when today Novo is saying that the U.S. is really at the root of their problems. And so just now on a media call, I had a chance to ask both the new CEO as well as the chair of the board, why are you the right person? Why is he the right person right now? And the chair of the board, Helge Lund, said that Mike is an exceptional leader with a track record, and he points to his ability to build high-performing teams. And he also has broad commercial experience around the world, and he does have experience in the U.S. And Mike himself did say that just because he led international markets, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have experience with the U.S. He's sat on this executive management committee, and that has given him insight into the U.S. So he talked about some of his different priorities. His top 3 priorities are deepening Novo's leadership in diabetes and obesity, and also sharpening the commercial execution, as well as realigning the cost base. So he has a big task in front of him, and this is just what we're hearing so far, guys.
What happened here, Angelica? How did Lilly and Novo, who dominated this space, Novo, who practically had the Kleenex of GLP-1s with Ozempic, how did it turn so south?
Well, there's a few things going on here, and Lilly is definitely a strong competitor, and their drug tirzepatide, remember, that's both Mounjaro and Zepbound. That is a better drug. It helps lead to more weight loss, and they have been gaining share consistently in this market. At the same time, you have this compounding. And that's what Novo is saying today is really the source of the problems that they see for the rest of the year. They estimate that compounding represents about 1/3 of the market for GLP-1s, and that they thought this market would go away when the FDA said it would start enforcing this, so-called ban on compounding. But that hasn't happened. And they say that their market research shows that compounding is still a formidable threat, and that is something that they are going to have to contend with. And so, whether they just didn't see it coming, that's an open question. But at the same time, now they have all of these fronts that they're dealing with. They have Lilly to deal with, they have the compounders, and they have questions about their pipeline and whether they are set up for success, just not for the next few years, but for the coming decade, guys.
Yeah, stunning to watch, and look at that longer-term chart there in terms of the ascent and, of course, this decline. Angelica, thank you.